knew this trip would be special, and Havana didn't disappoint. One of the first things that caught my eye was the cars. Oh, the cars. Havana's streets are like a living museum of classic American automobiles. Pontiacs, Chevrolets, and Ains and Buicks from the 1950s cruise by, each more colorful and polished than the last. These cars are relics of the U.S. embargo, lovingly maintained and celebrated by Cubans. They don't just get you from point A to point B. They turn the streets into an open-air gallery, adding a splash of retro charm to every corner of the city. It wasn't long before I met Enrique, a local who offered me a ride on his bicycle rickshaw. His easygoing nature made it feel like I was reconnecting with an old friend. As he pedaled through Havana's bustling streets, he pointed out tourist hotspots like El Capitolio and the Plaza Vieja. But he also took me to hidden gems where locals hang out. Parks, markets, and side streets brimming with life. The highlight of the day came when Enrique invited me to an underground jazz club later that night. We flagged down a taxi to get there. One of those iconic vintage cars I'd been admiring all day. Before we climbed in, Enrique leaned over and whispered, "Don't say anything. They'll charge Americans $20, but it's only 50 cents for Cubans." The ride was unforgettable. The jazz club felt like stepping into a scene from a movie. Smoky, dimly lit, and electric with energy. The music was raw and soulful, straight-ahead jazz that seemed to seep into your bones. The following day, Enrique invited me to meet his family. He showed me his ration card, a staple of life in Cuba, and gave me a tour of the small apartment he shared with his mother and sister. The entire space was no bigger than a standard bedroom back in the U.S., with a black and white TV in one corner, a well-loved sofa, and beds pushed against the wall. We ended the night walking back through the city around 3 a.m. Surprisingly, the streets felt safe and alive. People were sitting outside their homes, scrolling through their phones or chatting softly under the glow of streetlights. Havana at night has a serene feel that's hard to describe. Havana is a place where the past and present blend seamlessly, creating an atmosphere that feels timeless. The architecture, the water views, the music, and most of all, the people make it a city I'll never forget. If you're thinking about visiting, don't hesitate. Havana is waiting to show you its soul. Thanks for hanging with the Curious Traveler.